This video is sponsored by Walrus Oil. Man, I love that company. This is going to be a 3-part video, so make sure that you guys are subscribed to see future content. Now, I recently set off on an adventure to make some chaos-style salad bowls, and I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. I'm going to take you guys from point A to point B to point C to point D to point F for the finished product, and I hope you guys enjoy. When I say chaos style salad bowls, I mean just using maple, walnut, and cherry and mixing all of my segments up in each of my rings and mixing all my rings up so that way the bowl comes out with a chaotic style pattern. If you've been following me for any amount of time, either here or on Instagram, you know the look, and you know that I really enjoy this look, and I also really enjoy making this kind of bowl because it doesn't have a pattern or any sort of, I guess, rules that I have to follow. I can just focus on the making and the enjoying of the making. One of the key things to remember about segmented wood turning is to make sure that you have good stock when you start. Make sure that your wood is as straight as possible and as flat as possible. I like to buy my wood S2S, meaning it is straightened on two sides, the side and the top or the bottom. That way I can just come back from the shop and plane it down, run a straight line through it, and get going with my preparation. It's a huge time saver, and I also know that after I get it through my machines, it's going to be straight and flat. Once all my stock is cut up into my desired size strips, I am now ready to bust out the wedgie sled and start segmenting. The creation of the wedgie sled has nothing to do with me. I didn't design it, I didn't come up with it. Also, the same goes for any of the accessories to do with it. I simply love the idea of it, and I want everybody to have one in their shop. If you are going to get into segmented wood turning, you have to have this jig in your shop. This jig will seriously save you so much time, and it is super accurate if used correctly. There are a lot of videos out there on segmented turning and the jigs that you can make and use and how to use them and why you use them. I myself, of course, have a video out on this specific wedgie sled and the wedgies that I use for it. I real quick want to say again, I did not come up with the ideas of the wedgies, but I do sell them on my Etsy. So, do you need a wedgie sled and the wedgies to get into segmented wood turning? No, you don't. You can do it multiple other ways, but what the sled is going to do for you is bring you a lot more accuracy and make your workflow a lot more efficient. And who doesn't want that? To be more accurate and efficient? Sounds like a win-win to me. Once again, I do go over this a little bit more in detail on the other YouTube video that I made solely about the wedgie sled and the wedgies. But don't be afraid to leave a question down in the comments about the sled or the jigs or really anything that you've seen so far. There are no secrets with me, so I'm more than willing to tell you guys everything and share all of the knowledge that I have on this subject. And with that, that is all of the segmenting that we're going to be doing in this video and for this build. I plan on making multiple bowls out of all of this segmenting. I'm not quite sure on how many, considering I didn't count how many segments I actually cut, but I'm hoping to get at least 3 big salad bowls out of this. We cut a lot of maple, a lot of walnut, and a lot of cherry. I think in the end, these little guys, even though they make quite a mess, are going to pay off, and we're going to see some beautiful segmented rings here in the end. thanks for tuning in to part 1 of this build. Be good, be safe, be happy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.